Guys, thanks for tuning in. We are here in Dubai and we are headed to go to the Burj Al Arab. I think I just butchered the name, but I'm going to take you on a tour of their facility, and I'm also try out a restaurant while we're there. So stay tuned. So the name of this restaurant is Al Muntaha. I think I said it right. I'm gonna also make sure I put the name down here. It is French cuisine for like fine dining. So far, so good. A little bit of information about how we got to this place. It was about a 20-minute drive from our hotel over in Cluster J. So the way their condos are set up, they're like clusters, similar to like a high-rise, but it's multiple high-rises in this one cul-de-sac type scenario. When you arrive at the entrance here, they don't just let you in if you're just coming in and you want to like just do a tour of the building. You have to either have a reservation at one of the restaurants, or you have to have a hotel stay booked for this actual hotel, because this is the actual hotel and it's one of their more famous buildings.
So here for you, we have our representation of the Playa. We call it mush. And the base is fantastic focaccia. We marinate with the tomatoes, all around the mozzarella, and we finish with the tomatoes foam. This area is not possible to eat.
Yes. It's not?
It's not possible. It's just decoration.
And so what's the top part again? I know you said the bottom
the
is the...
tomatoes foam, the top of it.
Oh, okay.
Just eat the white part?
Yes, just this. Enjoy!
We have received our bread and butter, and I forgot what the other bread was. It's kind of like a biscotti. Look very garlicky and buttery. This one feels a bit firm. Some butter can soften that up a little bit. And it's like a type of salad with like some tomatoes in the bottom. And you cannot eat the bottom part, so you can only eat the top part. Let's see what the bread tastes like. They carved us some fresh butter, and I got the unsalted version. They also gave us some oil with margarine from Britain. And then they also gave us some breadsticks on this platter. All right, guys, so they gave us these QR cards, and you can scan these to see like their drink menus, or even order. I don't think you can order from it, but you can see like the list of all their drinks and champagnes on here. I did not decide to get any alcoholic beverages tonight. They brought me out a nice bottle of Panna water. But let's see what these breadsticks taste like. They're actually really long and crispy. So let's see. They're really buttery. It almost reminds me of like a biscotti, just not as hard. This is one of them. This one is very hard, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to. And then this is the other one that's got some butter and garlic on there. Looks like it might be pretty good. So this has like a lot of Italian seasoning on it. The oregano is very strong. Like I can definitely pinpoint the oregano in this. So it looks like it has like some veggies in it, some tomatoes. Nick tore his up, so I'm thinking it might be good. This flavor is really different. It has a couple pieces of croutons in it, some tomatoes, grape tomatoes that are kind of chopped up. I don't know exactly what the white part is, but it's very fluffy. Something like a green sauce. It looks kind of like a pesto sauce. Alright, the food is here.
Here our risotto for you.
Thank you.
So we have the risotto with tomato, cold preparation of tomato, eggplant on the top with tomato, and Greek olives Kalamata powder. Okay. For you we have some Australian with beef, spinach emulsion with sorrel, sauté mushrooms, and we finish with the beef pepper soup. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, here we have the risotto. This one has tomatoes with some spinach leaves and some different types of cheese in it. This one did not come with meat, but I have had one that has like the chicken in it, and I've had one that had shrimp in it. So this one is just more so like the one with the rice and some things that are on top of it. So let's give it a try. It's actually really good. For a second it looks like maybe some white rice or some grits or some porridge, the way they have it on the plate. But it's actually really good. It has a tomato base up under. You can see it in the fork. The food has arrived. So I don't know if you can see it. It's a bit dark over here at the table. But this is some Angus beef steak with some mushrooms, and I want to say it might be some aioli sauce in the middle, and it looks like a filet mignon kinda, the way they have it cut. So let's see how tender it is. Seems to be falling apart, and they put some sauce on it. Kind of looks like steak sauce. Okay, I'm gonna try it without the green sauce first. Very tender, very lean, no fat whatsoever, nicely trimmed. It's a nice cut, definitely a nice cut, but I'm gonna try it with the green sauce this time. And we did get it cooked medium well, slightly pink in the center, just a little bit, but it's very juicy, very nice. There's a hint of spice and something, maybe the sauce that he poured on here. The green sauce is okay, but I think it's good without it. And I'm just try some of the little mushrooms on top. Mushrooms are okay. We finished the entrees. They were okay. Well, that steak was like really good. I did order some dessert, so make sure you stay tuned until the end. We're almost done. Stay tuned.
Something from the chef to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
What is it?
Brie dessert.
Oh, a brie? Like the brie cheese?
Exactly. With the beautiful caramel made with two things: almond coconut, freshly cut mango, lemon sorbet, and the foam of coconut on the top.
Oh, okay.
Enjoy, thank you.
Thank you. All right, guys. So let's dig into this dessert that the chef sent me. So once again, it's some brie cheese with some diced mangoes, some lemon sorbet or sherbet with some sprinkles of coconut and pistachio. Oh wow. So the brie cheese sits on the outside of like the lemon center. You can definitely taste the coconut and the mangoes. Like, it's so light and fluffy.
Here for you we have Isla at the base dulce de leche cremant with an experimental ice cream. We continue with boa cheese and we will finish with topping with lemonade. Enjoy!
Thank you. I don't know where to start. Where do you think I should start? I don't know, it's really small. And it has these 3 little flaky things on the top. And it looks like it has some caramel underneath it. They feel very light and flaky. Well, those dissolve in your mouth. Let's see what the ice cream tastes like. I want to say the name of this is I Latte Dulce or I Dulce Latte. That's different. When you first put it in your mouth, it's sweet, but as it dissolves, it turns kind of sour, like a sour cream, like a tart, like buttermilk almost. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but it's also like on a little hard cookie underneath the bottom. So the outer part is more like a whipped cream, but it's very, very light and fluffy. But then like in the center, it's like a sorbet. Last dessert of the evening. We have these beauties, and honestly I don't know what none of them are except for the ones in the middle. All right, this is a little hard, so let's see. Really strange. The white part just like disappeared. The middle almost tastes like a raspberry puree, and then the bottom is almost like a, what's those, a macaroon, and so it's like a crispiness, but it's like a fluffiness on the inside, kind of lemony in the flavor, similar to what we've already been eating with the other desserts. So let's try this one. It's like chocolate on chocolate on chocolate. So for the chocolate lovers, inside of the chocolate square is like dark chocolate, like liquidy dark chocolate. I'm not a fan of dark chocolate. That also melts in your mouth, and then you get the crunch from like the wafer that it sit on. I'm not a huge fan of chocolate, but if you like dark chocolate, you'll definitely love that. All right, let's try this one. I'm not sure what this one is, but I think it's a ganache with like the chocolate mousse on top. I was not expecting what was in the center of this. It was not what I expected whatsoever. It wasn't chocolate at all. I don't even know how to describe this flavor. It gives me like a grassy flavor, but just really threw me because in my mind I was thinking it was going to be like a chocolate mousse, you know, real light and fluffy. The top piece has like some liquid in it. These are definitely not what they look like. It was literally a surprise in each and every one of these. So we have reached the end of the night, and as a parting gift, this is what they gave to us to close out our evening. And it is basically a gift of chocolates for us to take home for later. Let me show you what's inside. And so on the box, it has the name of the restaurant and the name of the building that we're in. So let's see what's inside. So there's 4 little chocolates inside. Can you see it? So it's your favorite time of the show. My personal review. Let's start with the environment. As I mentioned, the environment is very elegant, very quiet and mellow. The decor in here is really nice. When you walk into the main entrance of the building, it definitely gives you that wow factor. These immaculate bouquets of flowers and different colors. And then, you know, when you get on the elevator, everything is like golden. For the environment, definitely gotta give it a 5. So when it comes to the customer service here is immaculate. I had booked a reservation. They called and checked on us to see if we were coming. Granted, we were already outside, but they were just trying to make sure that we were still coming for our reservation. They greeted us at the door. They're very courteous, polite, very welcoming. They come, they refill your water like every 2 minutes. You know, they ask you if you want anything else. They check on you throughout the entire time that you're eating. So for customer service, I'll definitely give them a 5. The next section is the food. I do not remember the names of all the things that they brought out. I do know they brought out like the little bowl that had the tomatoes in it with the, I guess it was like a salad. That was very different. I was not a huge fan of that. Of course, I tried it and, you know, it just wasn't for me. We had the Angus beef steak that was cooked medium well. It was extremely tender, very well cooked. The risotto was topped with some tomatoes and some cheeses, and it had some other things like just sprinkled on top of it. That one was actually really good, but this one did not have any meat in it, and I think if it did have some meat, like some type of meat in it, I think that would have, you know, brought out the flavor a little bit more. And then we also had the assortment of all the different desserts. They were all unique in their own categories. Probably the first one that we had with the ball and then the little white pieces, like making a little fort around it, that was actually really good. And then they brought like the little tray with the assortments of like the little small bite-sized items. Those were really unique. I wasn't a huge fan because I'm not a really huge fan of chocolate, but the experience was definitely really great. So for the food, I'll give it maybe a 3.5. For the last piece, the price. We got the check. Price I think is actually reasonable considering where we are. We're in the heart of Dubai. We already kind of knew where the pricing was gonna fall. Pricing, I would say, is pretty much what the price is gonna be when you're in this type of setting. No, it's fine dining, so it's gonna be up there. So make sure you got your pennies ready. Overall, this was definitely a great experience. Once again, you guys, I really appreciate you guys for tuning in to this video. So if you guys ever get a chance to come to Dubai, make sure you check this place out and get your souvenir. See you on the next one.